Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Jayong Vishnupad Paramhansha Parivrajikacharya Ashtottar Shato Shri Srimad Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shamabeta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gaurango. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
হরে কৃষ্ণ। যারা একেবারে ইংরেজি বুঝতে পারেন না, বাংলা অনুবাদ দরকার, আপনারা পঞ্চতত্ত্ব মন্দিরের ওদিকে চলে আসুন, ওখানে অনুবাদের ব্যবস্থা করা হয়েছে। হরে কৃষ্ণ।
Narayanam namaskritya Naran chaiva narottamam Deving Sarasating Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirai Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nittang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike. Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, Chapter 15, Text 11, right? Tashmad Daivo Pavannena Muni Annenapi Dharmavid Santushta Ahar Aha Urjan Nitya Naimittiki Kriyaha. Can you switch off that? Where is that fan? Switch it off. Tasmat Daivopapannena Munnanenapi Dharmavi Santushtahar Ahakurjan Nitta Naimittiki Kriyaha Tasmad Daivopapannena Munnannenapi Dharmavi Santushtahar Ahakurjan Nitta Naimittiki Kriya Tasmad Daivopapannena Munnannanapi Dharmavi Santushtahar Ahakurjan Nitta naimittiki kriyaha. Mataji. Tasmat, therefore, Daiva Upapannena, obtainable very easily by the grace of the Lord. Muni Annena, with food prepared in ghee and offered to the Supreme Lord. Api, indeed, Dharmavit, one who is actually advanced in religious principle. Santushtaha, very happily. Aha, aha, day after day. Kurjat, one should perform. Nitta naimittiki, regular and occasional. Kriyaha, duties, not heinously envious of poor animals, should happily perform daily sacrifices, and those for certain occasions with whatever food is available easily by the grace of the Lord. Please repeat after me. Therefore, day by day, one who is actually aware of religious principles and is not heinously envious of poor animals should happily perform daily sacrifices, and those for certain occasions with whatever food is available easily by the grace of the Lord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The word dharmavid, meaning one who knows the actual purpose of religion, is very significant, as explained in Bhagavad Gita 18:66. Sarva dharman parittajya mamekam sharanam braja. Becoming Krishna conscious is the topmost stage of understanding of religious principles. One who reaches this stage performs the archana process in devotional service. Anyone, whether a grihastha or a sannyasi, can keep small deities of the Lord suitably packed or, if possible, installed, and thus worship the deities of Radha Krishna, Sita Ram, Lakshmi Narayan, Lord Jagannath, or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by offering food prepared in ghee and then offering the sanctified prasad to the forefathers, demigods, and other living entities as a matter of routine daily work. All the centers of our Krishna consciousness movement have deity worship program very nicely going on, in which food is offered to the deity and distributed to the first class Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and even to the people in general. The performance of sacrifice brings complete satisfaction. The members of the Krishna consciousness movement engage daily in such transcendental activities. Thus, in our Krishna consciousness movement, there is no question at all of killing animals. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militang Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitang Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, Tasmat Daivopapannena Munnennanpi Dharmavit Santushta Aharaha Skurjad Nitta Naimitiki Kriya. Therefore, day by day, one who is actually aware of the religious principles and is not heinously envious of poor animals should happily perform daily sacrifices, and those for certain occasions with whatever food is available easily by the grace of the Lord. So, a simple offering is being prescribed here. To understand this verse, we have to go back to the previous one. The previous verse is describing how the animals are in anxiety. When they are seeing that a sacrifice is going to be performed, the animals are worried. Now they are going to be slaughtered. How many of you attended the class yesterday? Very few. Okay. So that's why I thought that it would be proper to... I'll just read the translation. Upon seeing the person engaged in performing the sacrifice, animals meant to be sacrificed are extremely afraid, thinking the merciless performer of sacrifices, being ignorant of the purpose of sacrifice and being most satisfied by killing others, will surely kill us. Actually, Narad Muni is instructing Yudhishthir Maharaj. In this particular place, in the particular chapter, Narad Muni is instructing Yudhishthir Maharaj how to perform Shraddha ceremony. So, what is Shraddha ceremony? How many of you know what is a Shraddha ceremony? Raise your hands. Okay. Shraddha ceremony is the activity that is performed after somebody dies. Okay, now let us actually go back even further. What is the main objective of Vedic culture? What is the main objective of the Vedic culture? The Vedic culture is designed to help human beings achieve the ultimate goal of life. Right? That's clear? Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedya. What is the purpose of the Vedas? Is to understand Krishna and develop our relationship with Him. So, the human birth or human body is a very wonderful facility to achieve that goal. Human body is an instrument that enables us to reach our ultimate destination. Once again, what's the ultimate destination of life? What is the ultimate goal of life? Can't hear you. Very good. I heard only him. Because you all were silent, or you said it, isn't it? I'm sure all of you understand that. Why are you in ISKCON? To become Krishna conscious. Why are you trying to become Krishna conscious? Because that's the ultimate goal of life. Alright? Am I right or wrong? Okay, I heard it. So at least I thought I heard it. So the purpose of human life is to become Krishna conscious. Krishna conscious means to get to know Krishna and develop our loving relationship with Him. Now, this human life actually provides the opportunity, not only this life. The Vedic culture is actually telling us, or enabling us, or helping us to reach or continue to progress even after death. Even after death. So do we continue to exist even after death? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, that everybody knows, and they're very good. We don't die. Death means the living the body, right? Who lives the body? The soul lives the body. So again, soul lives which body? The gross body. How many bodies do we? How many material bodies we have? Right. We have two types of material bodies, right? Gross material body and subtle material body. The gross material body, this body is made of 5 gross elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. And the subtle body is made of mind, intelligence, and false ego. So when we die, we actually live the gross body. The subtle body doesn't die. At the time of death, it's the gross body that is discarded. The subtle body continues, and the subtle body carries the soul to the next body or next destination. And as one acts in this life, after death, he is rewarded or punished according to the activities that we have performed. We should not think that when we act in a wrong way, no one is watching and it doesn't really matter. No. The way we act accordingly, we will be given the results of our action. Right actions will reward us, and wrong actions will punish us. Sinful activities will lead us to punishment. Pious activities will lead us to reward. Now, no matter in whichever way one acts, he actually accrues certain degree, certain amount of sinful activity, certain amount of sin. And because of his sinful activities, one actually is taken to the abode of Jamaraj. You remember the incident of Ajamil? Was Ajamil a very pious person or a sinful person? Ajamil was sinful. And because of his sinful activities, who came to take him? Jamadutas came. And Jamadutas take took him. Jamadutas generally take the departed person from the gross body to the next body. To Jamaraja's abode. And there he is judged. Jamaraj is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Jamaraj judges. And Jamaraj has a clerk. His name is Chitragupta. And Chitragupta records everybody's every action. Chitragupta has the ability. At least nowadays no one will doubt that, because now we know the computers are recording everybody's activities. In advanced countries, even it is happening in India. They started all these things like PAN card, and then what did they start recently? Aadhaar card. And they are actually keeping all the records in the computer. Everybody's record is there. So if ordinary human beings can have the arrangement to record every action of an individual, then what to speak of Jamaraj's clerk, who is a demigod, who is endowed with an incredible ability. So he records every single action. So when somebody is judged, he is taken to Jamaraj, and there he is judged. And then Jamaraj gives him the order, decision. Well, he has more pious activities than sinful activities. Okay, a very short punishment in the Jamalaya, and send him to heaven. This person has no pious credit. Let him suffer in hell. Jamalaya. Narak. So in this way, Jamaraj is judging everybody's action. This has been very elaborately explained in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now the question is, how does it happen? When Jamadutas came to take Ajamil, they were actually taking? The subtle body. Subtle body. How many of you recognize the existence of the subtle body? Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhava Shriman Mahaprabhu Shakhi Brinda Ki Jai. Okay, so how do we recognize that we have a subtle body? We recognize that we have a subtle body when we dream, when we fall asleep. The gross body we are totally unconscious of. We are not conscious of the gross body. But then we are dreaming. In which body that is taking place? Like in a dream, a tiger is coming, just about to pounce on you. You scream. Is the gross body screaming? The subtle body. So the subtle body is taken to the abode of Jamaraj. Now you may say, oh, that's like a dream. Yes, it's like a dream. But the problem is that when we have the gross body, we can wake up from the dream and come to the gross body. But then we don't have a gross body to wake up to. Whatever is happening is happening. There is no way you can escape that. When a tiger is coming to devour you, it is happening really. When you are taken to Jamaraj by the Jamadutas, they put a noose around your neck, and I'm not saying you. You all are free from sinful reactions. Ahang tvang sarva papebhyo mokshayishami. Krishna has given the assurance. When you surrender to Krishna, you are free from all sinful reactions. So you don't have to worry about Jamaraj. But I'm talking about those who haven't become Krishna conscious, those who haven't surrendered to Krishna. Jamadutas will come, put a noose around his neck, And he doesn't want to leave his body. He says, no, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. I don't want to leave this body. But then as he resists, the Jamadutas keep on dragging him. The more the attachment to the body, the greater is the difficulty to leave this body. It becomes a big struggle. And in most cases, these people, those who haven't become Krishna conscious, are taken to the abode of Jamraj by Jamadutas. And then, it's a journey. It's a long journey. First of all, they're being dragged, forcibly taken there, and they have to go through the place where it's burning hot, blazing sun. So his relatives make arrangements to make his journey easy. That is the Shraddha ceremony. The subtle body has desires. Subtle body feels hunger. Subtle body feels thirst. So, his relatives through the Shraddha ceremony offers him food to eat and water to drink. In this way they help the departed soul. And we can also see how scientific the Vedic culture is. When one dies, in the Vedic culture, the body is cremated. What is the advantage of cremation? The body is finished. Even if one has some attachment to the body, he doesn't have the body to maintain that attachment. Now the body is burnt. That's why burying is not very good. Because burying the body, leaving the body, kind of runs the risk of the person remaining attached to the body, and if the subtle body remains attached to the gross body, then he cannot go to another body. And as a result of that, he remains in that subtle body. And when one remains in the subtle body, what do we call him? Ghost. Ghosts are the living entities, those who have a subtle body but didn't have a gross body. And it's a very painful situation. Like, as I was saying, like, subtle body has desires. Subtle body wants to eat. Subtle body wants to drink. Subtle body wants to do so many things. But they don't have the means to fulfill those desires. They don't have the means to eat or drink. So can you imagine, you have hunger, but you can't eat. You have thirst, you cannot drink. You want to embrace your loved one who was so dear to you. Now that person is averse to your association, thinking that you are a ghost. So isn't it better to just get rid of the subtle body as soon as possible? Now I will say one thing now. Isn't it better to get rid of the attachment to the gross body when you are alive? Why wait till the death? Who knows what will happen after death? But let's get free from the attachment of the gross body, even when you are alive, knowing that we are not this body. And that's what Krishna consciousness is teaching us. Right? Okay, now the subtle body, actually it's in a ghost body. It's a transition period. Gross body is gone. Although Krishna says, Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityur, dhrubam janma mritasya cha. One who has died is bound to have a body, birth again. But that will take some time. And until that stage, one remains in a subtle body. And through the Shraddha ceremony, he is benefiting. The Vedic culture is actually directing us or leading us to our ultimate destination. Our gross body, our subtle body is there, and now it's a matter of the subtle body getting the next body. So the first thing we have to do is to become free from the attachment to the gross body. Therefore, cremation, burn the body. The Vedic culture says, burn the body as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Like, if the person dies during the day, the body should be burnt before the sunset. And if somebody dies at night, the body should be cremated before sunrise. So this is how the Vedas are actually helping us. Now, in other ages, during the Shraddha ceremony, Shraddha ceremony is enabling the person, the soul in the subtle body to become free and move on towards his next destination. And that's why there is a performance of various rituals, which is known as Shraddha. In other ages, in Shraddha, the used to be conducted through sacrifice, through various sacrifices. And in that sacrifice, the animals were slaughtered, animals were offered, but that is not to eat their meat. The animals were slaughtered to test the success of the yajna. Just as you have the test to see whether the active action has been properly conducted. You know the litmus test. Sacrifice, the old animal used to get a new body. Or the animal used to get a human body. So this is how, through proper sacrifice, an animal used to be promoted to a better situation of existence. But that sacrifice through offering animals has been forbidden in this age of Kali. Because no proper Brahmans will be there to perform the sacrifice. So don't have that sacrifice. 5 things have been forbidden in the age of Kali. Those 5 activities are Ashwamedham, the horse sacrifice, Gabalabdham, cow sacrifice, Sannyasa. In the age of Kali, sannyas has been forbidden. Now you may question, Maharaj, you are a sannyasi, how come? Our sannyas is different. That sannyas is Ekadandi sannyas. That was forbidden. That means through sannyas one used to achieve liberation. That is not the sannyas that we are pursuing. Ours is 3 danda sannyas. This sannyas is a kind of sannyas where body, mind and words have been offered to the service of the Lord. So 3 danda sannyas is bona fide. That's why Prabhupada gave us sannyas. Sannyasa, palapaitrikam. Palapal means meat. And paitrikam means Shraddha ceremony. So offering meat in Shraddha ceremony in the age of Kali has been forbidden. And Devarena Sutatpatti. The Devar, whose brother-in-law, could procreate progeny in the womb of the sister-in-law if she became a widow. If she didn't have any, if the brother left without any son, then his wife could have been, the brother-in-law could procreate children in the womb of that lady. So these activities were bona fide in other ages, but not in the age of Kali. They are forbidden. So now here we are seeing how Shraddha should be performed in the age of Kali. Narad Muni is actually instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj. And here he is saying the food should be offered to the departed soul. Simple food offered to Krishna and offer him the prasad. Now what actually happens? Like when prasadam is offered, then as I mentioned, the departed soul in the subtle body has hunger, has thirst. So when Krishna prasad is offered, he has hunger. And when he partakes to that Krishna prasad, what happens? By taking Krishna prasad, he becomes free from all his sinful reactions. And this is how the relatives, through performing proper shraddha, therefore this word has been used here, this expression, dharmaveet, one who knows the real purpose and purport of dharma. And this is the real understanding. When you are offering sacrifice, when you are offering Shraddha ceremony, what should you offer in Shraddha ceremony? Krishna prasad. And just by taking Krishna prasad, he will become free from sinful reaction. So the soul is there and he is hovering around. You can't see him because he is in his subtle body. And he is crying out to you, oh, I'm so hungry, give me some food, give me some food. And you offer him some food. And that food being Krishna prasad. When Ajamil got delivered, because he became free from sinful reactions. And because he didn't have any more sinful reactions, the Jamadutas didn't have any claim on him. That's why Vishnuduta said, that, well, you had a claim on him when he was sinful, but now just chanting the name of Narayan, he has become free from sinful reaction. So you don't have any claim on him. Get out of here. And they felt offended. Why do we have been distracted from our duty? And they went and told Jamraj, look, this is how they treated us. We don't know who these characters are. They have 4 arms, bluish complexion, they are carrying this lotus, mess and club. Disc, lotus, conch and club. So then Jamraj said, okay, when you see those personalities, don't go near them. From a distance you offer obeisances and leave. Meaning when these persons are protecting that individual, you don't have any claim over that person. So this is how powerful the holy name of the Lord is. This is how powerful the prasadam of the Lord is. Just by taking the prasad, one becomes free from suffering condition. Prasade sarva dukkhani hanirupsha hanirasya upajayate. Hani, sarva dukkhani, all suffering conditions. Suffering conditions are due to sinful reactions. And these sinful reactions are destroyed just by taking Krishna prasad. And how do you make Krishna prasad? That has been told here. You cook the food with ghee and offer it to Krishna. Krishna will accept it. And then Krishna's remnants comes back to you. And then you can have it as his mercy, as his prasad. So what a wonderful arrangement Krishna has made for us. And so Narad Muni is instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj in such a wonderful way, and through that we are understanding a very deep secret of our existence. Thank you all very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Does anybody have any question?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol Maharaj. Dhanyavad. Thank you very much. So, my question is, practically we hear mostly devotees, all the devotees are serving. Some are 30% surrender, some are 40%, some are 100% like Prabhupada or something. Is there any separate gate or everybody has to go through Jamraja's court?
It depends what kind of arrangement you make when he is leaving his body. He may be 70%, but you can cover that 30% by chanting Hare Krishna when he is leaving the body. Therefore, when somebody is leaving the body, we must make arrangements that we chant the holy name. And if one remembers Krishna at the time of death, Ante Narayana Smriti, one can go back.
So, who are Ante Narayana Smriti, so for them there is separate gate or same through we have to
Ante Narayana Smriti, if one remembers at the time of leaving his body, he'll go back to the spiritual world. That is how powerful the holy name is.
Thank you very much.
Okay, he has a question before. He has a question before.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you are saying, we read in Bhagavad Gita, Devani Yanti, those who worship Devtas, they go to Devlokas, Pitri Yanti Pitrivata. Those who worship Pitras goes to Pitri Loka. So, where is this Pitri Loka? And how do we know that if suppose somebody has some ancestors where they have been delivered or they are still in Pitri Loka?
Good. These Pitris are actually sages. You see, we are all coming from the sages. Like the Gotra that we have, different sages are our original forefathers. And they are residing in higher planetary systems. Residing in higher planetary systems. So like Maharloka, mainly Maharloka. So those who are the worshippers of forefathers, meaning those who are attached to the family line, those personalities have their abodes, either in heavenly planets or beyond that, and one can be promoted to that area.
So means Pitri Loka means it's variable. Pitri Loka is variable.
Depends where the Pitris are. If the Pitris are ghosts, then he'll go to the ghost Loka.
Okay.
Like it happens in some culture, they actually worship the dead forefathers. But this Pitrinjanti Pitribrata is not just the forefathers, is the original, the originator of the Gotra.
So as devotees now, like we have sent back to Godhead or they are still in this world?
Well, it's difficult to figure out. So, because everybody doesn't have the same destination, right? Same destiny. And that's why, don't take any chance. Mad bhakta janti mamopi. That is our point. Let others go to wherever they want to. We simply want to go to Krishna. And the way to do that is by developing our relationship with Krishna. By developing our relationship with Krishna. Yes, you have a question?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for clarifying the Shraddha ceremony. It was very nice. But I have a question. You said the subtle body, which is composed of the false ego, the mind intelligence, doesn't die. But can you clarify what is the difference between the soul and the subtle body? Can we say that it is a vehicle of the soul? Or?
Yes. Yeah, just as the gross body is a dress, Jirnani Vashangshi, as Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, the subtle body is also like a dress. Prabhupada gave the example sometimes that somebody wears a shirt and over that he is wearing a coat. The coat can be compared to the gross body, and the shirt is compared to the subtle body. It's actually, it's a covering. The covering of the soul. Soul is beyond, the subtle body also is a material body. But beyond that is the spirit soul, pure spirit soul. Let him.
Hare Krishna.
Question is, you said when soul departure from the body has to be burned immediately. But some other communities or religious people, they never burn the body. And in our society also, when Guru Maharaj or sannyasis, they go back home Godhead, we also never burn the body. Then what is the difference between our sannyasis and other religious people? They never burn the body.
Yeah, good question. Good question. Like, here we have to understand a sannyasi, or for the sake actually, a pure devotee. That should be the understanding. A pure devotee. You see, pure devotee means he is situated in his pure spirit soul. He doesn't have the subtle body. He has a gross body, but what happens? The subtle body doesn't die. Subtle body doesn't die, but the subtle body can only be transformed or spiritualized when the mind is engaged in thinking about Krishna. Manmanabhava, as Krishna is suggesting. When the mind is constantly thinking of Krishna, then the mind is spiritualized. Right? It's not material anymore. It's spiritualized. Then, teshang shatata juktanam bhajatang priti purvakam dadami buddhi jogam tam jena mamupajanti. When one becomes constantly engaged in serving Krishna, satata juktanam bhajatang priti purvakam dadami buddhi jogam tam. His buddhi, his intelligence is spiritualized. Buddhi jogam. And in this way, when one is constantly engaged in serving Krishna, what happens to his false ego? Jiver Sarup hoy, Krishna Nitya Das. His false ego has been transformed into his Sarup, spiritual identity, Nitya Das. So this is how, in simple words, we can say that he is in his gross body, but doesn't have any subtle body. His subtle body has been spiritualized. So meaning, the pure spirit soul is dwelling in that apparently gross body. Apparently gross material body. But is that body material? No. Regarding that, Prabhupada is giving the example, iron and fire. When the iron becomes red hot, is it iron or fire? So in this way, although one is in the gross material body, but that gross body has been spiritualized. So that's why that is called the Sarup Siddhi, perfection of one's Sarup. Or it is called the Jivan Mukta stage. Iha jasya harer dasye karmana manasha gira nikhilasyapi avasthasu Jivan Mukta sauchyate. Although he is in his body, but he is mukta, he is liberated. And then after death, you see, this body is a gift of nature. So we have to have the body as long as nature wants us to be here. Right? So, when he is in this body, as long as he is in the body, he is serving Krishna with his body, mind and words. When he leaves, then he goes back to the spiritual world. And that is called Vastu Siddhi. These are the two kinds of Siddhis, Sarup Siddhi and Vastu Siddhi. Right? So that is how, the point is, you see, his body has been spiritualized. Therefore, his body generally is not burnt. It's kept for the benefit of others. Just like we kept Srila Prabhupada's body. Prabhupada is there and he is still bestowing his mercy. A pure spiritual personality can bestow his mercy even from that world. So that's why his body is kept there. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Last question. Huh? Give him the mic.
Prabhuji, can we perform devotional service without the mercy of Krishna? And how can we get the mercy of Krishna?
Okay, the question is, can we perform devotional service without the mercy of Krishna? What is the meaning of devotional service? Devotion to whom?
To Krishna, to please Krishna.
To Krishna. So how can you serve Krishna without his mercy?
Yeah.
Right. So the point is, not only without the mercy of Krishna, you cannot perform devotional service without the mercy even of Krishna's devotees. In order to be engaged in devotional service, you have to first receive the mercy of a devotee of Krishna.
So how can I get that mercy of...
There are so many devotees here. Choose. The choice is yours. And finally Prabhupada is there, the pure devotee. Just surrender unto him, everything will become
so
all right.
How I will recognize that he is a pure devotee or not a pure devotee? How I will recognize that person is a pure devotee or not?
Well, that is a challenge you have. I'll say a simple way is, when you see so many of devotees have accepted him as a pure devotee, you can close your eyes and accept him as a pure devotee. All right? Thank you. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hare.
Krishna